Come on, I just need you to move like 20 centimeters back.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the arbor.
Yeah, you're right. I just need to get a dead body down from a tree.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
Oh, thank you.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage.
That sounds great.
Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Yeah.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
I see what you mean. But wouldn't that mean I just have to become a Seminese supremacist myself?
Well, yes. Why? Don't you want to be a Seminese supremacist? So what if you're not Seminese? You can be anything.
Alright, let's see what these are. Wow, I could just... Oh. I could just really quickly just agree with him. I could show him my stolen ID. I could show him my mug. Let's check if this works, I guess. We'll move on to this later.
The man looks at you, silent and unmoving. His eyes burrow into the remnants of your soul.
You are not Santiago. Santiago is not you. Even the phrenically impaired can see this.
You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
I'm sorry, of course. I understand now. Deeper.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did.
My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
Actually, disco.
Offshoots of the Seminese people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine.
Oh.
It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminese race.
I don't know who the Seminese are. I've recently...
I can see that. The Seminese are the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A.
Ah.
The rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminese women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
It sounds like talking makes your throat hurt. So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
Cool.
Yes.
This could have made him more open to discussing the race enigma with you.
Ha ha ha! Now I'm gonna knock him out. Kim, what's up?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
Ooh.
That will be the...
That will be our lucky racist.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Yes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the next racist. Do you know anything about this racist mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
It's not a pathetic cup.
He had nothing to do with it.
What are your tattoos?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby.
At least he's still on brand.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You're right. That's craniometric perfection. My race does not stand a chance.
Correct.
I'm subscribing to your OnlyFans.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its racists. Races? I need to know what kind of different races are there.
Do you?
I do.
There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Type B.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
Mud-colored?
To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich.
Ooh,
But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the grad people have undergone for drinking al ghul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb and for eating potato.
I want him saying potato to be my alarm.
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
And the Vachiliers, you said? What are they?
The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the racial cauldron. 2 makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Oh, you didn't see me fail some of my past checks then.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
I don't think history has lasted that long.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over. like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive Chespius.
What was this resolution?
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad in Zaraz-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoico to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Enough of Tibet mediocrity.
What is type A?
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maon, of course. The Maon are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maon on reprehensible street parades. In Maon cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
You've done more talking in this episode than I have, sir. Who are the Maun?
You know them by the names of their nation states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
There are so many words.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture.
Don't you dare diss tassels.
Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
Okay, composure. If you want to start a fight with me, then say it. Okay, got it. Who are type A then, in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina. The ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea. The Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners. All have type A race propensities. The other large mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
He draws a finger across his face.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music.
How dare
and
you.
eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
And who are the Seminese and the Arpegiates in this?
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
And the Seminese are?
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Seminese inhabit the southern islands. I am Seminese, from the stock of Ulemuir on Ile de Fantôme.
And the Arpegiates?
The Areopagites are
So
the
many
master
words.
race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Seminese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Marat to Ansuland. Thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Maun-ridden Occidentals discovered this place.
What's the difference between the Seminese and the Arpegites?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite
You said
or
semen.
Simeopagite superrace. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
What about the vile C through F race cauldron of pedestry? Please, better.
Types CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Chimeric experiments?
Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man.
I also hate
Only
mosquitoes.
possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
Any more?
Then there is the Simino Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Simino Koiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site.
Yes.
The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Simonese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Seminese strength and grad servility. This will never happen. The Simonese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Simonese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Koiko woman, or Koika. But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type CF. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Now that we've gone through all of the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Will you get me get the body down if I do?
We will see.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way in, without becoming a race theoretician.
I want to try and find another way in. On second thought, I don't know. I don't have any time. I've lost interest several talkings ago.
Lost, though. Buckled away at the last gate. This is why your haplogroup will never rise from the ashes. Now, I need to luxuriate in the private company of my babe. Leave me.
Okay.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
One thing you haven't considered yet, pal.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
This is all going to plan.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk.
How much do I
Say
feel
it.
by?
I am a degenerate alcoholic.
I am a cop.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain. as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
This is what I get for going against my code of not fighting. I won't say a goddamn thing.
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds you. Still you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Okay.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
His gaze wanders over the whirling rig's roof.
Try the
yard.
jump. Up there on the roof. It'll be worth it. Else there is little choice but to figure out a way to deal with the man.
Thank you, game, for auto-saving. Alright, well, my hand is broken. Oh, and he wants to talk. What's good?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that Hulk.
I was trying to assert my dominance over him.
We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is.
Alright, fine, I won't do it again.
Let's think of something else.
No. You should do it again. It's the last thing he'll be expecting.
Well, I can't, because it's broken. If I smoke this cigarette right now, I will die. Well, that was really useless. Hey man, do you have like a cure for a broken hand?
I guess getting past the man ain't that simple after all. So, what now?
The Measurehead thing didn't go well for me. He broke my hand. You think you could help?
Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery. Maybe you could even knock that Kowalson crane over using some remote controls.
Yes.
Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
We have air support? Why didn't you tell me?
Because we don't.
What?
We don't have air support or any of those other things.
Well, I don't know who to believe now.
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology.
He pats the side of his nose with his index finger.
All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however.
Yes?
First, don't fight him, obviously.
All right.
Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically grovel. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
Maybe it would work. But maybe I'm gonna try the jump again. And by that, I mean I don't think I can try the jump again. Ooh, the door wants to talk to me. Or I want to talk to the door. Something's happening with the door. It says GRIH. Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. What is this? The lorries are probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. A foreign car, kept in good condition. Guess we're doing some exploring now. Ooh. Well, actually, there's another person over there. White tank top, +1 physical instrument. What does my current shirt give me? +1 conceptualization, -1 suggestion. So I get higher this, but my what goes down? My conceptualization goes down, and what does my suggestion do? All right, my suggestion is the thing that's awful. I'm gonna put that on. Tank top, gym vest, reeking of sweat. This sleeveless shirt is the best choice if you're not afraid to show off your masculine upper body. And that hairy chest. Hold on, Kim, just give me a second. There we go. Oh yeah, now I look awful. Ooh, don't mind if I will. I'll talk to her, honestly, probably next episode. Running out of time in this one. Spent so much time talking about that guy. To that guy, even. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing towards the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air, with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philippe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philippe II, the opulent, father of Philippe IV, the insane.
Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
Is that 4? Probably.
As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
What did this king do? Come on, encyclopedia.
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago? High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
What do I see?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Lieutenant, has someone shot the king?
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a
I
joke,
accidentally hit my microphone.
target practice, or a political statement.
Target practice.
Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
He takes a note in his notebook.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings.
Well, that's good to know. A bold slogan, Humanox, covers the truck. Well, I didn't really accomplish much this episode, I felt like, or this series of 3 recordings. Ooh. The ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. I have, yeah, really, I've just, done not much of anything. I've talked to homie up here. Ooh. Money. Yes, this'll purchase me some stuff.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
I look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you, making your eyes sting. The odor mixes with cigarette residue.
I really want to smoke this other one, but what kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays.
Interesting. What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
The lieutenant nods towards the racist lorry driver. You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
This game has so much in it, man. But even though I'm, like, making zero progress, it feels like I am. Well, I'll see you all later. I'll be back next time, hopefully. Hopefully. Maybe, you know what, maybe I won't be back next time. Maybe I'll have died in a car accident and my body hung from a tree. I don't know. If that happens, I'll make sure to post it on my channel.